Hello everyone, and welcome to my Primal Fear guide. As of 2021, the date is the 18th of January when this has been recorded. Just so you guys know, if anything comes out after this, it won't be in the video, obviously, like that. This is going to be a very basic guide. I'm not going to go in detail on anything. This is just going to be, if you started playing the Primal Fear mod tomorrow, you would kind of have an idea of what you might encounter. So, without further ado, first thing you need to understand about Primal Fear is there is a set tier system for the dinos and how powerful they get. Obviously, the lower the tier, the less powerful they are, higher tier, the more powerful they are. Simple stuff. And there is an order which you must follow. As I enter this thingy now, these are things for later. I go into kibble. You see there are different types of kibble. So let's use these ones for example. Toxic kibble takes a dinosaur egg. Alpha kibble takes a toxic egg and toxic blood. Elemental takes alpha egg and alpha blood. So you have to keep progressing through each one. So you can't go from a toxic kibble to a demonic kibble, because obviously the requirements are a bit different. So, let me take you through the tiers. So first we have your basic vanilla creature. Obviously here we've got a parasaur, it can be any kind of creature, it just needs to lay an egg. And once we get that egg, we can make toxic kibble, which brings us on to this guy, our toxic zombie Dodo. Now, toxic creatures can be a range of creatures, such as a normal Dodo, a parasaur, or a carbonemis, or a turtle. Anything can be a toxic creature. Now, they're not much different from their normal counterparts, but they deal torpor. And as we go along the list, the creature gets more powerful. Just to let you know. So you go on to toxic. Once you have a toxic egg, you can go on to an alpha. Now, I don't know why I picked an alpha Brachiosaurus for this, but it's massive. So this guy is similar to a normal Ark alpha, like Alpha Raptor or Rex or Carno. Exactly the same kind of thing, but it's for many different dinos now. So you got to be careful. So you got the alpha creature. Once you got the alpha egg, you can then make elemental kibble. It's important to note that elemental creatures can come in 4 different varieties. You've got the electric, as you can see with this griffin in front of us. There's fire, caustic, and ice. So obviously each one has their own abilities which have their own effects. Obviously electric has a stun, fire has like the dragon breath, caustic is torpor, and ice is the freeze, like on a Managama. The elemental creatures can only be an Archaeopteryx, a Featherlight, a Griffin, and a Megaraptor. They are the only elemental creatures you can find. So next, after elemental, you go on to Apex. Now this is a corrupted Apex. Obviously you can have corrupted dinos as well, and the corrupted dinos can be any of these, so you could get an alpha corrupted dino or a toxic corrupted dino, so on and so forth. But not for the elemental guys, because there's not a corrupted variant. Because these guys, Apex, very powerful creatures. Very deadly. I'll have a... they do go up in multiples. Like they double each time, so... I think a toxic creature's twice as powerful. An alpha's 4 times as powerful. Like that. I'll put that up on the screen. Help you guys out. Let's go from Apex, go on to the next one, which is Advanced Elemental. Now, this is the same thing. It can only be an Archaeopteryx, Featherlight, Griffin, or Megaraptor. But this comes in a light and a dark variant. Obviously, here we have the dark variant. These are just similar to these guys, but a lot more powerful. A lot more deadly. And once you go on from the Advanced Elemental, we can come to the Fabled. Once again, Fables are just more powerful creatures. Obviously, there's less Fable types than there are Toxic and Alpha. as we go down, there are less creatures in the which can be this type. Obviously, except for the elemental, because there's only 4 of them. We get onto Fabled. If I come into here, we'll do a quick check. Kibble. So you got to Elemental, Apex, Special. We'll get on to Elemental, Advanced. You then come on to Fabled. So Fabled and Elemental Advanced are kind of similar in terms of their crafting recipes. Then we come on to the big guys. This one is a demonic horny dragon. There's also celestial creatures which are on the same side and have the same amount of power as these guys. It's like a light and dark situation, but they're pretty much the same dino, like same power, same health, just different colours really, a light and a dark version. These guys are extremely powerful, so don't underestimate them. Actually, it looks pretty demonic anyway. And then finally, the last one in the normal tier is the Spirit Dinos, or Chaos. Once again, the light and dark variants. These are powerful creatures. They will absolutely demolish most things, except for the bosses, which we'll get onto later. You will not be taming this guy anytime soon if you don't have some of these. As simple as that. Right, so, something that I didn't mention, we have these other types of creatures. These two are a little bit different. I'll get onto this one first. The Omega creature. Omegas are a different variant to these guys. And they were introduced around about June 2020. So obviously they're new. Omegas are on par with Fabled creatures. But they are better for breeding. I'm not going to tell you why. You can find out for yourself. But these guys are really good for breeding. I'll tell you that much. After that guy, you get these two little guys. Now these don't really fit into the line. These guys will take... These guys will take the special kibble. So after Apex and Alpha, as you can see. So we've got the Buffoon. The Elder. Actually no, Elder can be... The Buffoon has to be tamed by special kibble. The Elder, I'm pretty sure, takes normal food. I believe it's just a bigger version and you can actually ride them, as you can see. The Buffoon, Malin, and then some of the mini bosses, which I'll get onto later, take the special kibble. These guys also have really cool abilities. Each different Buffoon has a different ability. The Buffoon can come in a Ferox, a Gigantopithecus, a Mesopithecus, a Nameless, or a Megatherium. So that is it for the basic creatures. Obviously, like I said, is you want to go in this kind of order. Like you cannot jump from a Parasaur to a Fable creature. It's impossible. Unless you just find eggs on the ground. Which could be possible. Obviously, you've got to try and knock that thing out with 161 torpor. So, I wouldn't advise that. A slingshot isn't going to work for that one. So, I hope you've enjoyed the normal creature tier. I'll be back with the boss tiers. Hello. Welcome back to the second part of this now. So, there are going to be spoilers. You're going to see the dinos very early on. If you don't want to know any of the bosses, click away now. The video will end after this, as this is the basics I want to give you. If you want a more in-depth view, let me know in the comments, and I can give you more in-depth view on certain parts. If you don't want to know the bosses, turn off now. You have been warned. Okay, so here we are. Now our first level is these guys. These are like mini bosses. There's multiple. There's not just this guy. Obviously these guys are... And that's come out of players only. These guys are fairly tough. Obviously different ones, and they are tameable. After you've killed them, they'll drop a tame icon. If I kill this one for you now. Kill him. Okay, he should have dropped a tame thing, I might be wrong. Maybe not. You can tame them. You might have to just knock them out, actually. I don't forget to kill him. Whoops. My fault. Sorry, sir. You just do whatever you're doing there. Next, after him, we've got Primal. Now, Primal are deadly. For a Primal, you're going to want to have maybe like a high level Apex as a minimum to try and take these guys on, so you don't have to wait and get a Celestial or a Chaos. or spirit or whatever. You can take these guys on a bit earlier, but a high level apex is the minimum you're looking at. These guys will tear through you. After them, they come the Origin Dinos. The Origin Dinos once again aren't tameable, same as the Primal. Very powerful. Look, that thing's got 3k health. This is a Kairuku, and it's got 164 million. That's got 3 million, sorry, I said 3k. 164 million deadly creatures. This is, you're going to have to look at a Celestial or like a Fabled, Celestial or Spirit for this kind of guy. Or Demonic and Chaos, sorry, just to add those in. Deadly. So after that guy, come on to our first set of bosses. Which I might just fly to make it a little bit easier. We have our Indominus Rex Emperor, Demonic Empress, Celestial Emperor. These guys, obviously, like normal Reaper and Indominus Rex attacks, obviously got the C-Spin. Once again, just incredibly powerful. You're going to be having to get Primal. Actually, can't even tame. You're going to have to be looking at Celestials and Demonic counterparts for these guys, and still then they're going to be very difficult. Maybe a Spirit Rex might do some good damage to them. But these guys are actually tameable. If we kill this guy, he disappears into the sky. That's usually stops moving out the way for 5 seconds. Actually, it might not work because I've tamed him. You can obviously ride them, you can power them up. Basically, once they get to low health, they'll power up, and yeah, it's not a good time because they're even more powerful than they were before. After these guys, there'll be the Guardians. Couldn't spawn the Guardians in because they don't have a spawn command, but I believe you kill them by killing. They can come in Spirit and Chaos, and the 2 big Wyverns. I believe you can get them either by spawning them in through the mod, or by killing Spirit and Chaos Wyverns, I believe. Don't hold me to that, that could be wrong. You kill the Guardians, they aren't tameable. You'll come on to these next 2. Pick on the Creator and Nova the Destroyer. Once again, these guys are tameable, quite surprisingly. I don't know if it'll work, I'll try killing her now. There we go, so we kill Nova, Nova dies and apparently flies away, and you get the Nova Egg. Now, you don't have to actually kill Nova to get her egg. You just have to get her down to about 15% health and she'll drop it, but then she'll become powered up and she'll be a lot more deadly. But if you're quick, you can sneak in, grab it and run away and leave her to survive. Just make sure you don't do it near the base. And same for Pickon. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Pickon is actually the name of the creator of the Primal Fear mod, which is why it's called Pickon the Creator. So we'll kill this guy. And obviously, before he didn't used to drop an egg, but now he does. The same thing, I think it's about 15% health he'll drop it. You raise that baby and it's yours to imprint. Next, we come all the way over to this big Colossal. That's his name, the Colossus. This comes in the same variants as our elementals, so our Ice, Fire, Caustic and Electric. These are obviously the King Titans reskins. They'll have the same moves as King Titan, but they'll have obviously their different elemental abilities. So obviously this guy will freeze stuff, Fire will do fire damage, so on and so forth. These guys are not tameable, so let's just kill him. Like I said, it's just normal, simple stuff. Those are the last guys before the final boss, which is known as Pickon's Revenge. Now, I'm not going to show you that, because I'm going to leave that as a surprise for you guys. I don't want to ruin the mod for you. That's the final boss. All I'm going to say is, you're going to need some Novas. That's not even Nova, that's the Demonic Emperor. You're going to need some Novas and Pickon Creator as a minimum, because Pickon's Revenge is deadly. Very, very deadly. If I show you this is obviously Demonic Empress. So this is like one of the lower level bosses. well, 3 million damage. And that's just a normal attack. This is how deadly these creatures can get. Let me get off her. Thank you. Well, that is it. So if you follow this quick guide, you'll know exactly how to start off and how to slowly progress in this mod. But if I have any advice for you, be prepared to die. A lot. Like, all the time. You won't survive a lot. Especially not to start out with. If you have enjoyed and want to see someone play this mod, I am actually currently doing this mod on the channel. It's the Ark modded series. It's also got Gaia and Prometheus as some of the 2 big mods. If you enjoy what you see here and enjoy my commentary, then go over and check that out. Why not? If you have enjoyed, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel. I'll do more of these guide videos if you want me to. And obviously leave a comment. If I got something wrong, let me know. Let the comments know. And help me out. I don't know everything about this mod because, like I said, I'm playing through it myself. And this is my first time playing through it. Also, I did some research, so I knew what I was kind of doing. So if I did get anything wrong, let me know. Let the comments know. Correct me. Help each other out. And yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one.